Alright, Neymar against Ronaldinho. It's time to settle this now. I will present both cases. I will tell you my pick at the end, then you can tell me yours. Alright, let's start with the numbers. Here is their overall career contribution, and I have to state the fact that Neymar is still an active player, so his numbers are going to get better, and possibly he might still have his best season ahead of him. But till then, his best ever season is the 2014-15 season where he won the treble, and Ronaldinho is 05-06 where he also won the treble. And I put the numbers side by side, but if we're gonna be fair, the numbers go to Neymar. Alright, the next one is on the ball. Probably the biggest reasons as to why we compare the two players is because they're both magicians. But one thing I would say, and maybe perhaps it's nostalgia speaking for me, but it's also the fact that, and maybe I'm wrong with this one, but I always respect the originals more. Ronaldinho was kind of the first one to play in the manner that he does in an actual football match. Then players like Neymar came along and shaped their game around Ronaldinho's. And maybe I won't do the greatest job by explaining this to someone who didn't watch Ronaldinho in his prime live, but I remember when I was watching him, and especially in that 06 season, he was just a genius, bro. Like, he was doing things that no one else did before. He had those sparks, those free kicks they used to take, right? Why do you think players lie down on the floor behind the wall today? And then it was the new tricks, and honestly, it's hard to explain because if you never watched him live and you only watched his game after watching Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, right? It's hard to understand how mind-blowing Ronaldinho was in his time. Next is the scoring ability. This one I have to give to Neymar because, of course, Ronaldinho scored some incredible bangers, but his scoring numbers are very inconsistent in comparison to Neymar. Passing, I mean, this one is a tie for me. Similar ability in executing the actual pass, but also creating chances. Both of them are very good at that. The assist numbers speak for themselves. Next one, athleticism. Now, this one for me is a very important one. I'm not sure how much this one counts for some people, but I remember when I was watching Ronaldinho, I always used to think how strong this guy is. One of the reasons why he was so hard to dispossess is because of his ability to protect the ball. You try to get close to him, he would be able to move you out the way. And on top of that, his acceleration was insane. Maybe his style never helped him look so quick, but trust me, Ronaldinho was very quick. And for me, in comparison to Neymar, I do think athleticism goes to Ronaldinho. And last but not least, the trophies. Now, with this one, Ronaldinho got the whole set, right? But to be fair, I will say this. The 2002 Brazil, if you put Neymar in that squad, then maybe Brazil would probably still win the World Cup, right? But if you add Ronaldinho to any of the 2014-18 Brazil squads, then Ronaldinho might not have a World Cup today. And of course, the Ballon d'Or. Would Ronaldinho win against a prime Messi or a prime Ronaldo? Probably not. But the difference in generation doesn't change the fact that Ronaldinho has in fact won everything. So now we're left with a decision. For me, personally, and maybe I'm a bit more old school on this, and maybe nostalgia is speaking for me, but I could never pick Neymar over Ronaldinho. Because when I first watched Ronaldinho in comparison to when I first watched Neymar, it doesn't compare, right? So I just can't pick Neymar. But if you do, I can't say that I don't see your argument as to why Neymar was in fact better than Ronaldinho.